Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today started out quite warm. It was +1 degree in the morning, but it's cooling down throughout the day and it's going to get quite cold tonight. I've got all the big cedars out of the greenhouse here on the bench, and I'm packing all the trees with snow around them. You can see the maple forest there, and the forest over here has snow all around the base. So when we do get some warmer weather, the snow will melt and kind of water the trees. Here's a look at all the cedars. I packed the bases with snow. I'll finish up the job by getting snow around the base of all the trees. So you just collect it from the bench, and then I pack it around the trees. That should do. Some of these trees I'll be working on over the winter, so I'll be taking them from this greenhouse into the warmer greenhouse to work on them. And then they'll go back into the cool here after the work's done. I finished putting the snow on all the trees in here. You can see it looks like a winter wonderland. So I'll bring in the big cedar trees now into the aisleway, close the greenhouse up, and wait for spring. All right. Alright, that's done. I'm in the glass greenhouse now. Today I'm going to be working on my small leaf linden tree, or Tilia cordata. Here's a look at my small leaf line. I did some work last year. I took some major branches off this area. There's kind of a big clump growing out there. This branch here is too angled. This one here is too straight. If there was a branch growing up between them, it would be ideal, but there isn't. So I've got to create a branch in there. What I'm going to do is prune back the vertical one quite hard and then see if something comes off of it. There is a bud kind of facing the right direction there. So I've got to redirect that branch so it's not quite so straight, or it's not actually, it leans in towards the center of the tree a bit. And then, you know, once I get a good branch going there, I can probably either remove the one to the side or just make it kind of a branch instead of a trunk line. Yeah, that's the plan. What I want the tree to look like eventually is sort of an asymmetrical triangle. So I've got my cascading branch here, my apex up at the top here, and then kind of the other part of the triangle. Let me see if I can get both hands in here. Kind of that shape, like that kind of. So that's my goal. On the more vertical trunk line, there's a bud right there. There's another one here. So I was thinking of pruning it off halfway between these two buds right here, and then trying to get that to develop. So here I go, a big cut coming up. I'm going to use the ratcheting pruners. I'm just looking for other buds. There's one at the back here. So I don't think I want to include that. I'm going to prune below that one. So right about here. So here I go. Just like that. This other trunk line here, I want to make it more of a branch, so I'm going to prune the tall top off of it. This could be a new leader here, or, you know, maybe this one. So I'm going to take it off just above this shoot here. So here I go, like that. I'm going to leave a stub there, let that dry back, and keep these shoots alive if possible. I will take the top off this branch here, like that. Do a little trimming on this one, and a little trimming on this one. I think that's it for now. There's a dead stub I can take off there. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. I've got a lot of branches coming off to the side here, so I'll want to keep just one of them, and I've got to decide which one to keep. I think I want to keep this one coming out the front, so I'll remove everything else. Like that. I've got the right hand side of the tree pruned up, so now it's time to start working on the left hand side. Alright, here I go on the pruning of this branch here. So it's got to be kind of triangular shape, so maybe a little higher towards the center. I think this is a dead branch here. Yes, I'm going to prune that right out. Last year I let the tree flower, and it looks beautiful in flower. And then I left the flowers on and they turned to berries, and the tree didn't grow at all. As soon as I removed the berries, it started growing again. So this year I'm going to let it flower in spring, and then once the flowers have faded away, they'll all get pruned off, so the tree can just grow for the rest of the summer. See, I think it's even killed off these branches. Yeah. This tip is alive, but everything else here died off. This one's dead. Okay, so I'm going to prune the tip off here, the tip here off. This is growing strongly, but I will remove the tip. Dead bit here, a dead bit here. I think I'll take the tip off there. Oops. Like that. This vigorous tip here. Okay, on this branch here, I'm going to take it right back to here. On this one, right back to here. Tips off that one, the tip off here, tip off here, here. Removing that bud at the tip of the branch stimulates back budding and gives vigor to these buds that are further back, the smaller buds. So it's a good idea to remove the tip off some of your branches. And this one, let me have a look. Yeah, there's no buds kind of facing the outside here. This branch kind of grows in towards the center. I don't think I need that branch. I could develop the little shoot down below maybe, so I'll do that. I'll just prune the upright part of the branch off, like that. A dead branch there. This one looks dead. Yeah. So the branches are all kind of reaching upwards. They're not too flat. I think I've got to get them to gain vigor and then maybe do some hard pruning on them in the future. There's buds forming all over the trunk line here, which is good. Yeah, I think that is going to be it for today. Let me stand back and have a look at the tree. I'm looking at the tree from the front now. I think, you know, I need to reduce that profile of this branch, but this branch is kind of weak. There's no buds anywhere further down on it. So I'll wait until the vigor builds up and then later on prune it back, and this will grow out, so I'll get that asymmetrical triangular form, which should look pretty good on this tree. I've been struggling with the styling of this tree for a long time. This was the back at one time. I'll show you the other side. I'll rotate the tree around. So here I go. So there's quite a wound here, which is closing up really nicely. Now here comes the back, and you can see all the deadwood here. That's kind of rotting away. It's healing over nicely. There is, you know, good calluses rolling over the deadwood. So yeah, it's the whole top of this tree died off at one time. And so I kind of joined up some scars here in one video. Yeah, it's an interesting tree. There's a close-up of the section with all the deadwood. There's a look at the tree. We got some sunshine this afternoon. That's great. That'll be shining in the plant room also. So the tree's looking pretty good. So we'll just let it grow in spring. I'll let it flower, and then I'll remove all the flowers, and I'll concentrate on growing the vigor back in the tree. There's all the cold weather blowing in today. When it was above freezing this morning, I managed to get enough water from my cube. I closed the valve, let it fill up. I got enough water to fill the barrel in my plant room, so that's good. That'll take me through January and maybe even to February with water. I didn't expect the sun to come out at all today, so it's kind of nice to see it. Oh, it just disappeared. That's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.